due to the threats and the adverse weather conditions.
So that means the light bill are going to increase.
Thanks for that question. So in regards to bills, I will say
reality, reasoning TV. Then why you blind but me still I see. You see, April, who are the enemy? Them smile sweet but a trickery.
Greetings my people. Welcome to Reality Reasoning TV. Just a talk my mind, you see, pray. So right now, storm are going outside, breeze heavy, rain and things. You see me I say, so I hope you can hear me clearly. So Mr. Hugh Grant, the CEO of JPS, he's going to make a talk right now. So I want to listen what go on and then we reason upon it. You see me I say? Alright.
Say special thanks also to National Water Commission. I see Minister Samuda here, along of course with Kevin, who we have been partnering on multiple fronts. We have also been partnering with the National Works Agency, so thanks to that also for the partnerships, and many other partnerships, including the hospitals, whereby Minister Tufton and his team. So frankly, JPS has had a renewed approach in regards to storm response. And in the interest of time, I'll just share a few things that I consider, frankly, game-changing in terms of how we approach storms. Let me start by saying, in regards to our new incident command structure, we implemented a new incident command structure post-burial, and what does that do for us? One, it streamlines communication by having clear roles and responsibilities for our personnel. The other key thing that it does is it has an arm that's a liaison arm to communicate with key stakeholders. So what does that look like for us? We have an arm that's dedicated to the municipal corporations, whereby there we'll be getting the window and the lens of what's happening locally within the various parish councils and their disaster response and emergency agencies, bring that into our incident command to inform our response. I want to make a special call out to Minister Mackenzie for his support of his initiative, and we have been working tirelessly with his team around this. Frankly, we have exercised this in early November with the passage of Tropical Storm Raphael. It worked well, and we'll only continue to build on that. The other key thing that liaison arms does is it also establishes window into what's happening with our telecom and also the water space. There again, we'll be having daily calls with these key entities in terms of what are you seeing, what are your priorities, and ensure that it's prioritized and aligned with our response. So that heightened stakeholder engagement, that heightened transparency, that heightened communication, I think will serve us very well and be game-changing. The other thing that we did is, before the storm arrived, we have mutual aid resources. So we have boots on the ground right now that we brought in from our peer Caribbean utilities to help in regards to line workers and storm response. So we are expecting in the order of 60 additional line workers to augment and bolster our internal workforce. Just by order of magnitude, that's upward of 30%. That right there is game-changing.
So, good say I want to bring in help. Love that, yeah. So things can restore in a timely manner. However, if Melissa do change her mind and not come, don't make your linesman them waste time. Yes, I mean, certain things will get done in a Jamaica. Just make them take on them project there, help out the locals them, and just get everything we did there on the checklist for done. Yeah.
That is what best in class looks like. We're not waiting on a storm to arrive, wait until the aftermath, and then determine resources. We have preemptively utilized our models, brought boots on the ground from day one, so once it is safe to do so, we will be out there responding.
Because one of you understand doing people. If say on the line bust down on them something there, during the storm, JPS can't come sort out that. Remember say them are human too. So them have to get the go ahead to say, yo, it's safe to do so. Because remember, you know, you have to analyze the situation, you know. Because it's a risk. Yeah. So if them risk assessment say you know safe. Them now can come out, come do anything. So we have to understand that too. So you have to keep the blow due to them still. So yeah.
We have also activated our incident command structure, whereby we're going to be working 24/7, non-stop, to safely and timely restore power to our customers. We're going to have very open and transparent communication, and we're going to be aligned around the priorities of ODPEM and other key stakeholders to ensure that we get the lights back on as safely and as quickly as possible. With all that being said, let us be frank. We have faced multiple weeks of significant rainfall. What does that mean for us? The ground is saturated. Saturated ground combined with increased rainfall in the order of what I'm hearing 6 to 12 inches, plus winds sustained in the order of 50 miles per hour, increases the likelihood of power outages. So I'm standing here to let you know the lights are going to go out. So let us plan for the lights going out. With that being said, we are committed, we are positioned, we are resourced, and we stand ready to respond. I also have confidence in the work that we have done in regards to our infrastructure improvement.
And remember, you hear what I say? The lights are gonna go out. Him not asking them, I tell you that. So make sure you prep. You see it, because you can't say, he man never tell you no. And I ask him and I tell you no. So make sure you prep. Alright?
Minister Vaz mentioned the intentional focus on vegetation management. Frankly, we have changed our strategy around vegetation management, whereby we're being more intentional in removing trees. Before, there was a strategy of having covered conductors in the vicinity of trees. But what we saw is that works well on a blue sky day. However, during storms, what happens? The tree falls. Where does it fall? Into your line. So we're removing the vegetation, and we have done that. We have done over 7,000 kilometers of lines, way ahead of our targets for this year. With that being said, I kindly take the minister's feedback in terms of an opportunity for us to do a better job and hold our contractors accountable with the cleanup that has not gone unnoticed. I'll take that back, and we'll redouble our efforts in that regard.
So, yes, when you come on to the tree cutting thing now, them been a work. Because even here, so island-wide, I remember where the company name, the contractor where do the tree cutting thing. You know, he named there in your head, but you can't remember. Yeah. So, them been a forward and a cut the tree them. Some of the tree them still they not cut. Because see me I look for one there right now where I don't know why them did left it. But them know, I never they hear it. I did left work. So me have to give them props to that. Them clean up the line them good. But as something with them fear do constant, you see it? People too. When you plant up is something them gonna stop, make them grow out of hand. Which part me used to work. The boss basically plant coconut tree under the tree them, under the line, JPS line, which me don't know if him not have common sense or what, but how you plant coconut tree under JPS line, them are cut it down and the tree them did not grow up till the leaf them a touch the line them and thing, you see it. Them did cut them down, but that just not show me no sign of common sense. You see me? But I don't call no name or nothing, but why? People who pass, if you know, you know.
The other thing that we have done is we have increased our spend in regards to our infrastructure and the rollout of smart devices. What does that look like? We have partnered with the Ministry of Health, Minister Tufton and his team, where we now have smart devices on priority circuits supplying hospitals. What does that mean? We have devices that can sense outages, and automatically transfer to other circuits, thereby restoring power. We have also partnered with Minister Samuda and his team, whereby we have prioritized circuits that are feeding critical water pumps. One such thing is in Logwood on the west, where there's a critical pump supplying the entire western area. We have reinforced the grid, we have enhanced our veg management, and we have open communications to these facilities. That would help us to have a much better response. The other thing that we have done is created more visibility around the grid, whereby we have rolled out our smart meters. With that, I'm going to close by saying, by saying safety is our North Star. And the safety of the members of the public, the workers, and all who are out there responding is of ultimate and utmost importance to us. That would guide us in what we do each and every day, and we stand united with all to share and respond. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all.
All right, so Mr. Hugh Grant, I want to ask you something. So, with all of this we are saying right now, what going to happen after this storm? I really want to know, like, the bill them are go higher, because based on all of them technology thing, them infrastructure where you say you put in, all of them upgraded stuff here. That all come at a cost, and more know at whose expense. You see me I say? So let me hear what you say right now.
Good morning. Thanks for that question. So in regards to the bills, I will say, as I mentioned earlier this year, JPS completed 100% rollout of our smart meters.
All right, the thing I like with what I say right now is that, you see, for technology upgrade a lot. And I like say them a run with technology, you see me I say? Back in the days when man usually come and read meter, if dog in a yard, man stay a road and read the meter. And sometimes you know that not correct, because a man not take no check with no dog, especially when the owner not the yard. So, I like say them use technology to do certain things, because this way I say where if for example the hospital go down and that technology where them use sense it and put it onto another grid.
I never a next grid him did say. He said something about restore.
I like that. So big up for that. Yeah. So maybe we continue here while I go on.
Smart meters have are digital meters with a high level of accuracy. So one of the things that's a change right now is, as a result of that smart meter rollout, we will now be able to very clearly and accurately have insights in terms of the consumptions. Prior to having smart meter rollout, we'd have to actually go ahead and have meter readers physically go out there and read the meters. And sometimes during a storm, that is not possible. By having smart meters and that communication being reported back to us, we will now have more accuracy and visibility actually into what's happening with the bills. In full transparency, I will say some of the potential pressures that a bill has is based on the change in the fuel mix that we have during storms. I just got a report a while ago that the floating storage regasification unit, that's the unit that supplies our liquefied natural gas, due to the threats and the adverse weather conditions, they're going to go ahead and demobilize. What does that mean? We're no longer going to have access to liquefied natural gas at some of our facilities and unavailability of a particular unit that's only able to burn liquefied natural gas that's controlled by the independent power producers. So what that means for us then is units that are able to burn the alternate diesel oil, those units will burn alternate diesel oil. The reality is that's a more pricey commodity than liquefied natural gas, so that could potentially have upward pressures on the bill. In addition to the reality that now that you have some of the more efficient combined cycle units that are unavailable who would burn gas, you're now burning less efficient units that burn heavy fuel oil, and that could also have upward pressures on the bill. So the reality is, due to the fuel mix, independent power producers being unable to burn alternate diesel oil, and the need to burn less efficient fuel to ensure the security of the grid and what you call security dispatch, there could be potential upward pressure. The good news is we're working with the OUR and other agencies to minimize that potential impact. I'll just close lastly with one thing that says the other thing that happens in a hurricane is that the renewable energy, wind and solar, are significantly curtailed. Curtailment in the order of over 80%. Therefore, in terms of the availability of that, you're talking about less than 20%. So in Jamaica, we have just over 50 megawatts of solar. The expected output during a hurricane, given the cloud cover, is pretty much zero or a little bit above that. So you now are going to have to be running other units that's burning fossil fuel to offset that to meet the customer demand and also ensure you have system stability and not a shutdown. Those combined effects in terms of not having availability of liquefied natural gas, the curtailment of renewables leads to potential upward trends in regards to bills and the impact. But we'll work with regulators and other agencies to see what we can do to soften or minimize that. Hopefully I answered your question.
Boy, Mr. Grant, all of them jargons and something the way I use is like, it carry me gone in a feel when me just. But anyways, still, somewhat me get what you say. But my thing is, so that means say the light bill are going to increase. But it shouldn't be the case there, right? It shouldn't be a case where, in my view, JPS have a contingency plan, a backup plan, or say a backup funds, contingency funds, where in case of storms and them something there. And that me I think, it shouldn't be that we have to pay a higher light bill after the storm because you have to burn price of fuel this and that out of commission at the time. And you see what I say? A natural disaster. And we cause it, and we damage it or anything. So me feel like say, them profit the way you calculate what you call it a year time, quarterly or annually. Some of that profit will go to a contingency plan. You see me? Because people, poor people, everybody in Jamaica feel it right now when you come on to JPS bill them. Everybody. So to me, we should not hear about no higher bill. Especially when what they did in a contract negotiation. This shouldn't come about. Watch out. Let me Google this and see something. So JPS profit, right? Alright. So JPS profit, y'all look, see outline right also. Alright, so JPS most recent profit shows a net profit of $11.9 million for the first quarter of 2025, that is this year. You see me? The first quarter. And net profit mean everything take out of that already. Because gross are when not take out it. So net profit are when everything come out. All your expenses and all of them something there. So it's it is a decline from the previous year, that last year, 13.1 million. For the full year 2024, the company reported a net profit of 61.9 million, down from 68.2 million in 2023. So, what may I say? Some of the money they can take out and put in our contingency plan. So when you have disaster, it's like I say, remember, me feel like we have to pay for people who are still current. Because no care what we do. The light bill always up there. Look on the light bill now. This is my light bill. Look there. It did there 19 last year, last month. And then it got 20 now. Right? All of them calculation they done here so. It a show say you pay $8 something for your first 100 kilowatt use. And then after the 100 kilowatt you pay 20 something. So I mean, because don't you saw a one bag of fee with fuel price or something. So even if somebody burn 100 kilo, I mean, I don't really know the conversion of all of them current business there, you know. You see it, but we not say what we really use in our house. When we plug out is something them, when we not use this, the light bill still there, you see them. You see it. One at a time we have one electrician check the connection to see if it corroded and we don't know. But it's like we have to pay for people who are steal. We have to pay so we can make a profit. Mr. Grant, he rough pan we, you know. But me feel like we don't want competitors still. Because if we don't have competitors, we would wait for the prices certain way. Because it's not easy. It's like we have to live for pay bills. It's like when you pay bills now, come on next month, but you lie down and quint and help me back. It's like a bills again. And JPS are one of the most expensive bills right now. You see me? Electricity bill. Man, you rough. You rough. Jamaica people stress. You rough, man.
A lot of us now work, you understand? And we still have bills to pay. We still have, when you go to the supermarket, the price double or triple. When you go to the downtown Curry, the price them turn up. You understand? And the boss now say, all right then, JPS raise them light bill, so we have put on a $2,000 on the money. You understand? So it really hurt them way.
I swear, me I tell you, it's hard for you to live and I live for pay bills. Because if you don't pay bills, because right now we then smart meter, you know. You know, all the make like night, we just did and light just gone, you know. You have to call people or look on the street light to see if light gone. So you know what say bill no pay.
One thing for sure and 10 things for certain. JPS now got done with Jamaica until the whole place I use candle. Like, JPS now go stop tax out the poor people in pocket until the whole place out of light. And then when they send no more money in Jamaica for collect, them are gonna sell back the company to Jamaica and just cut out our place. Big man thing. Yo, JPS I rob the people them blind in our place, yo. Them bills there. Yeah, see people with board house and not see one light up in a mega pay 20 or 30 or grand for light. Yo, enough funny, but yo, you have really take bad things to joke.
Why? You rough, yo. I swear. Man, I feel like people feel invest in a solar, but as when you say too, in this time when you not get no sunlight, it's like you still have to have JPS as a contingency plan. So that's the next thing. But John, no, man. Alright, peeps, make sure you have some generator and them little thing there, you see it, because I'm say about 3 days, but storm, I don't know. I have a couple something for go do after work. I have to go cut down a few trees, finalize look for something. I'm gonna really get the time it. They work all day from last week, so. Yeah, me I say, big up on yourself. Be sure to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Make a reason, man. Alright, stay safe. Tune in to Reality Reasoning TV. Make we talk and reason. You see, pray.